Hello and a very good morning here from the airport of Toronto. My name is Robin and I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this new video of mine. Following last week's review where we got to fly a Dreamliner on a domestic route from Edmonton to Toronto, this week we're flying another heavy on a domestic route. We're flying to Calgary on a Boeing 777-300ER and I'm taking you with me. It also happens to be one of my all-time favorite aircrafts. But let's go find some breakfast first, explore the terminal, and then let's go to Calgary. So please, come with me. With 50 million passengers a year, Toronto Pearson Airport is the busiest airport in Canada. And regardless of the time of day, it always seems busy here, even at 6 in the morning. Before the outbreak, Toronto used to handle 1,250 daily departures by 75 airlines. Currently, that number is down to just over 100. Check-in has been made smooth with the hundreds of self-service check-in kiosks scattered around the terminal. So without having to check in luggage, I was airside within minutes of arrival at the airport. If you've ever been to Toronto, chances are that you've been to Kensington Market. And now, Pearson has brought a part of that hip neighborhood to life in the airport. If street food is not your thing, you can also go for all-day sushi or even an edible helium balloon at Bar 120. Terminal 1 has a very interesting food scene. If you're not hungry and you just feel like you want to buy a car, that too is possible at the Genesis Experience Center. If a car doesn't fit your budget, at least you can pick up a souvenir of one of your favorite Toronto sports teams. Plenty of variety of shops and restaurants here in Toronto. Our flight today is operated on a 6.5-year-old Boeing 777-300ER. Air Canada have 25 Boeing 777 aircraft in their fleet, of which 4 out the most are of the larger -300 variant. The 777-300ER is also Air Canada's largest aircraft in the fleet. Here's a friendly reminder to always check out Seat Guru before you pick your seat, as you might just unsuspectingly pick a window seat without a window. Has this ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. While boarding had started on time, it still took an hour until we finally left the gate. Communication by the crew was fantastic and they shared that they were waiting for some luggage from delayed connecting passengers to be transferred onto the plane. Because of the delay, I got to see the Airbus A220 I had just flown on 3 weeks prior for the inaugural flight. What a coincidence. If you haven't seen that video, I will make sure to add a link in the top right corner. After a quick layer of de-icing fluid to get the snow off the wings, it was time to take off to Calgary. Air Canada have two seat layouts for the Boeing 777-300ER. This is layout 2, with the highest seat capacity in coach, 398 passengers. Between coach and business class, you can find 24 seats in premium. I kind of accidentally reviewed this product last year, and I really like these seats. In the front of the aircraft, you can find 28 full-flight business class seats in a reverse herringbone configuration. Overall, Air Canada has a pretty similar hard product on the Dreamliners and 777s. My seat today was 24A, specifically chosen for the engine view. I was very happy with the window seat, since my in-flight entertainment screen had been cleaned with a dirty rag that actually made it dirtier. So I didn't really want to touch it. Underneath the screen, you can find the auxiliary port, for some reason a 9-pin mini DIN connector, and a USB port. The tray table is large and sturdy, and has a deep enough indent for your cups to avoid spilling during turbulence. The legroom is okay, and there's plenty of reading material. Since I had already had a big breakfast at the airport, I decided not to purchase any food off the menu today, but Air Canada does serve complimentary, non-alcoholic beverages on the flight. The washrooms were clean and the faucet has a motion sensor. Well, after about a 3.5 hour flight, we made it to Calgary on this Boeing 777 right behind me, and it was actually quite an uneventful flight. We left about an hour late, but that was due to some passengers with tight connections and they wanted to wait for the baggage to come over. So it's really nice for those people who can actually have their bags in the carousel here in Calgary. What I noticed though is that there was a passenger who had a peanut allergy or a nut allergy, so they created a buffer zone around this passenger, and there were no almonds on the plane at all. For now though, I'm getting a tour by my friend Alex, which we'll see on the video next week, and then we're going to be flying on the Dash 8-100 right behind me on the other side of my initial land. So that's going to be really exciting. Gotta go to the terminal right now because the flight is leaving pretty soon. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more like this, please subscribe to the channel. And otherwise, see you next week.